2.0, kenapa tak ada produk langsung? Dalam itu kosong, inside is empty. Okay, so that is very, very important that after you have attended the session today, before the session end, complete your assessment latest by 6 p.m. Then we will upload your training attendance into the system. Then you will be able to see the new products in the Smart 2.0. Because due to the bank requirement, before the product launch, right, you must attend the training first. Then only you can sell. Okay, so therefore, if your colleague haven't down in the session, get them to down in as soon as possible, so that every one of you can see the new products, okay, available in the Smart 2.0 by tonight. Okay, so you can start to play around the sales illustration and so on. Then tomorrow you can start selling the products. Okay, so all right, so we already have 139 people on the line. All right, in case you don't know me, my name is Vivian. All right, and will be the trainer for today's session. Okay, in case you have any questions, don't feel shy, don't hesitate to actually type in the chat box, or even you can raise your hand and unmute yourself to actually to ask the question. Okay, and today we are very glad to invite our head of investment, okay, to share some tips, to have a sharing with us, to share with you about our 4 new investment fund. Okay, so today will be a very fruitful session because you are going to see our new products, and our MyNiaga Cards is going to bang the market. All right, so stay tuned. So what are we going to do here is, before we start the session, right, let's us review our let's us check about our vision, the company visions. All right, in FWD, our vision is changing the way people feel about insurance. Therefore, you can see that day when we go through the Smart 2.0, we actually cut short the health questions to make the customer, just by answer a few health questions, then they can actually get they can buy insurance. So same goes to the product that we design. Okay, the product that we design, we also want to change the way of people feel about insurance. Of course, this is just a start, and you will expect more to come in future. All right, so let's have a look. What are the things that we are going to go through today, right? So today we will cover the 3 new products. The first one is the WealthLink Pro, which is our investment link plan, and also WealthLink is also another investment link plan. And then the third one is the MediFirst. Okay, MediFirst. And the fourth one, we need to refresh, okay, do a refresher of the Go Secure and Go Secure Plus, because this product has been launched more than 6 months. So after 6 months, the product launch, right, then the current requirement is to require us to have product refresher. So we take the opportunity to do a refresher. So we one stone kill 4 birds today. Okay, so we will actually go through this 4 agenda, so that you have to stay tuned until the end of the session. All right, so let's look at the official launching for the 3 new products, the 2 basic plan and 1 rider. The official launching will be on 3rd October. So today you can see the sales illustration in your Smart 2.0, but you cannot sell yet. The official launching will be on tomorrow. Okay, so without further ado, let me go into the first product, will be the WealthLink Pro. Okay, so this WealthLink Pro eventually is to replace our existing product, which is called Go Protect Platinum. So definitely some of the base features will be very similar like our Go Protect Platinum, but of course we introduce this WealthLink Pro with the more enhanced benefit. All right, so let's look at some the reason why we want to design such a product. Okay, so in a world filled with the potential and rapid change, especially after the COVID-19, you can feel that actually nowadays, right, the world are actually filled with a rapid change. Every day got different things, keep changing and changing. And of course, ultimately, we want to safeguard our loved one from the life uncertainty. Also seizing the market opportunity to achieve our financial goal. All right. So what is our ultimate financial goal we want to achieve? Definitely, I believe the first one is to get out of the debt completely. Okay. So everyone here who doesn't have any hutang at all, I believe that sure got some lah, housing loan lah, car loan lah, PTPTA loan lah, what kind, all sorts kind of loan. But of course, in order for one of the financial ultimate financial goal is we want to get out from the debts completely. Of course, as soon as possible. Okay, and also after we have settled our debts, we need to have adequate emergency fund. So anything emergency happen, we have money to cater for the emergency. Okay, and of course, on top of the adequate emergency fund, we also aim to have high positive net worth. Apa masuk itu high positive net worth? Which means, right, after whatever you own, okay, settle all the loan, you still have balance. If your loan is too much, then meaning to say you have a deficit. After you sell off everything, you still hutang bank lagi. But of course, what we want is after we sell off everything, we still settle the loan, we still have balance. Okay, that is called high net worth, high positive net worth. And last but not least, of course, we want to have a sufficient legacy to leave behind for our loved one. Okay, to make them to let they have a better life. Okay, so that is the 4 ultimate financial goal that we want to achieve in our life. Okay, so of course, how this WealthLink Pro can help us to achieve our financial goal. Let's look at the enhanced coverage with and build wealth. How to actually enhance the coverage and build wealth with WealthLink Pro. Okay, so this WealthLink Pro with the enhanced protections to against the unexpected circumstances. Okay, and we provide you the opportunity to easy access to the investment expertise, because together with the new launch, we have bring you 4 new investment fund. And of course, the one of the big enhancement is this wealth bonus. I'm not sure whether you all recently got heard about supercharge or not. What is supercharge? If recently you pay attention on the EV car, all the EV cars recently, for the past 3 months, certainly got so many EV cars available in the market, right? You can go for the BYD lah, what else? Tesla and all these things. So you also can heard about the charging station, supercharge. Meaning to say, within half an hour, you can charge the car from 20% to 100%. Okay, so that is also we bring you a supercharge return with the wealth bonus, and of course, easy to buy with the tailored flexibility. Okay, so let's look at the enhanced benefit and features. What are the changes that we have done for this WealthLink Pro? First one is the wealth bonus is up to 8% of the basic sum assured bonus. Okay, so you all know this WealthLink Pro minimum sum assured berapa? Gold Protect Platinum minimum sum assured berapa? 500,000. All right. So let's round up lah. Kita round out 500,000 susah nak kira. We round out to 1 million. If your client purchase a 1 million policy, 8% of the sum assured, how much is the amount? Can anyone type in the chat? Can tell me 8% of 1 million? How much is 8% of 1 million? 8,000? Are you sure it's 8,000? All right. Is it 8,000? Yes, Han Yan, you are right. Yes. Sahiling, yes, yeah, it's 80,000. Okay. Imagine 80,000 of the amount, okay, Ringgit Malaysia will be credited into customer investment account. Okay. If customer purchase 1 million policy. Okay. So this is up to 8% of the wealth bonus and maximum 400%. Previously, maximum 300% additional, but with the new WealthLink Pro, we enhance it to a maximum 400% of the accidental death benefit, and non-medical limits and financial underwriting is up to 4 million. Okay, so meaning to say, right, with the non-medical limit and financial underwriting limit for WealthLink Pro is up to 4 million. Okay, and TPD benefit no longer 3 million, now is 4 million, and life coverage up to 75 for TPD. Yeah, anyone know previously TPD coverage sampai umur berapa? Until what age?
17.
Still remember? Okay, yeah, Nisha, I saw Nisha said 70.
70.
In the industry, hardly got, not every company they give up to 75, but ours, we upgrade to age 75. Okay, and with not 3 years no lapse guarantee, we upgrade to 5 years no lapse guarantee. And of course, no charges for partial and surrender. Okay, no charges for partial withdrawal and surrender, full surrender. Okay, all right. So let's look at the benefit at one glance. Okay, so for this WealthLink Pro, we cover debt and TPD, of course, whichever higher of the basic sum assured or investment account value. This is the same practice like our Go Protect Platinum. Okay, and if for the accidental death benefit, we provide extra 100% of the sum assured, which means if the life assured die due to accident, we will pay additional 100% of the sum assured. Okay, if accidental death when traveling with a public conveyance, additional 200%. If let's say accidental death outside Malaysia, additional 300%. If accidental death due to natural disaster, earthquake lah, tsunami lah, the natural disaster, we provide additional 400% of the basic sum assured. And last but not least is the wealth bonus. We are going to give away 8% of the initial bonus at the 20th policy year. And then subsequently, every 10 years will be 4% of the basic sum assured. Okay, which means if your client purchased this policy earlier, let's say they purchased this policy earlier, they can take a longer wealth bonus because 20th year, then 10, then following by another 10, another 10. Okay, so later I will share with you more about this wealth bonus. All right, so let's look at the death benefit. Of course, death benefit we cover up to age 100. Okay, up to age 100, we pay either 100% of the sum assured or investment account value, whichever higher. This is for the death benefit. Okay, so then for TPD, one highlight about this TPD is we changed from 70 to 75 years old. Okay, and of course, upon TPD, we pay 100% of the sum assured or investment account value, whichever higher. After which the TPD benefit will be terminated. Okay, so this TPD benefit, we actually increase up to a maximum of 4 million. Okay, so of course, if the sum assured is more than 1 million, we will pay the first 1 million. Subsequently, we will pay in 2 equal annual installments without interest. Okay, so and of course, one good news about this TPD benefit. Okay, let me share with you the new definition of the TPD. Okay, so let's look at this a bit lengthy. Look at the words so lengthy, right? So let's look at here. Okay, let's look at here. This is our existing TPD benefit. As you can see that the existing TPD benefit, we have the definitions is either they unable to engage in any work, any occupation to obtain wages. Okay, so this is one of the TPD benefit, or they lost 2 eye, 2 limbs, 1 eye, 1 limb. Okay, this is one of the definition, and they cannot carry out at least 4 out of 6 daily activity. Okay, so this is the existing one. Okay, let's look at the new one. I will go into the summary here. So the new TPD benefit, we split into two definitions. One, if the client is working for pay, meaning to say if your clients are working, okay, and if they fall with the TPD before age 71, okay. So how they can qualify as the TPD as long as they are unable to work continuously at least 6 months and permanently unable to engage their current occupation or any occupation based on their qualification. Can you see the difference? The previous one, they regardless any occupation, they cannot engage as long as they are earning income. But with the new definition, as long as they are unable to work and engage in their current occupation or any occupation based on their qualification. Let's say, for example, I am a pilot, okay? I go through my degree and so on. I got my license with my pilot. So after yesterday, if I become TPD, of course, I cannot become pilot anymore, right? But with this TPD, I still can engage any other occupation. But as long as not fall under my qualification, I also can claim for TPD. But with our previous one, as long as we can engage with any other occupation to obtain income, then it's not considered TPD. But with new one, we just need to ensure that the customer unable to work continuously 6 months and permanently unable to engage in their current occupation or any occupation based on their qualification. Okay, if let's say your client pada masa TPD itu dia sudah tak ada kerja, because some of the people they already retired at age 60, right? Maybe he or she fall on the TPD on age 65. Is not working. So instead of 4 daily activity, now we cut to 3. Okay, previously was 3. Okay, previously was 4. Now it's 3 daily living activity without assistance for consecutive 3 months. Okay, so and if let's say up to age 75, meaning to say up on top of this definition applicable for all age. If they total irrecoverable loss in both eye, one limb, or both hand or feet, or loss of one hand or one foot, then verified by the qualified medical practitioner. Okay. Yeah, actually, for Alvin and Yongxi, meaning to say, right, based on their qualification, is actually you look at this definition in full one, as long as they cannot engage any occupation they suit based on their education, experience, and training. Okay, meaning to say, because if let's say pilot become TPD, they cannot become pilot anymore, but they can convert to some other job, for example, okay, as long as not suit their education, experience, and training, then they consider TPD already. But of course, in detail, how to define this one, they have to base on all the medical report and so on lah, because it's not up to us to say he or she tak boleh kerja and so on. It's all need to base on the doctor report. Okay, so that is the thing, right? Okay, so as you can see that the TPD benefit, we have actually improved it to make it easy to qualify as a TPD, okay, compared to previous one, because previous one, they cannot engage with any job at all, okay, and they have to be inability to perform 4 daily activity. Now it's only need to be 3 daily activity, okay, 3 out of 6, and of course, the hand and the one leg, one eye, that one, all these things is actually they consider as a TPD benefit. The senior I mentioned, what is a TPD benefit? One eye blind, yes, okay. As long as, right, they qualify for this one, or this one, or this one, okay. It's not a combination, it's not a combination, must be this one plus this one. No, it's actually for the, this is one of the definition. This is second definition, and this is the third definition. Okay. All right. So that is the TPD benefit. All right. So of course, they must be unable to work, okay, for at least 6 months in the role and total permanently unable to engage, okay, for the profit and reward. All right. So, okay, so let's go back to our slide. Okay, so this is for the TPD, yeah. All right. So of course, for the TPD benefit, for the WealthLink Pro, once we fully pay out for the TPD benefit, the policy will be terminated. Okay, this is for WealthLink Pro. All right. So then for the accidental death benefit, let's look at this summary. So for accidental death is additional 100%, capped at 2 million. Capped at 2 million per life. For public conveyance, capped at 4 million, additional 200%. Outside Malaysia, capped at 6 million, additional 300%, 200%. And natural disaster is additional 400%, capped at 6 million. Okay, so this is also something new. As long as the customer met that accident, okay, in order for them to entitle the accidental death benefit coverage, the life assured the death must be due to accidental bodily injury within 90 days from the date of accident. Previously, Go Protect is within 30 days. Okay, 30 hari mesti mati. But now we extend it is within 90 days. Okay, within 90 days from the date of the accident. Okay, and same goes to the age. Previously, all the accidental age we kept at 70, but with the new WealthLink Pro, we actually enhance our accidental death to 75 years old. Okay, which is where in the industry, accidental death also hardly got company will start at 75. We are one of the company, we actually extend our accidental death into 75 years old. Okay, so maybe let us go into this natural disaster for you to have a look. What is this thing? Yeah. So how to actually qualify for this natural accidental death benefit due to natural disaster? As long as the natural disaster is officially declared by the state or federal government in Malaysia or outside Malaysia. Okay, so it can be earthquake, flood, volcano, wildfire, and so on. Okay, as long as it's an officially declared disaster, then they can claim up to additional 400% for accidental death due to natural disaster. Okay. All right. So let's look at the main point, the wealth bonus. So the wealth bonus is actually this WealthLink Pro, right? We will give away 8% of the initial basic sum assured will be credited to the investment account with 100% allocation rate. Meaning to say, if 1 million policy, 80,000 will be converted into the investment unit. Okay, so customer can actually withdraw the money, of course, from the investment account value. So they have to base on the unit price lah. All right. So subsequently will be 4%. Okay, so let's look at the illustration here. Okay, let's say John, age 35. He purchased a 1 million policy and coverage term is up to 70. Okay, let's say John paying an annual premium 8,000 and full term. Okay, so at the age of 55, from 35, 20 years, at age of 55, 80,000 will be credited to John investment account value. Okay, if nothing happened, 10 years later, John will receive another 40,000, which is 4% of the basic sum assured. Okay, and if let's say at the age 70, because it's maturity, John never decide to extend the renewal. the amount plan mature at this point of time. So even though from 65 to 70, 5 years only, we haven't complete 10 years, but we will still pay the wealth bonus, but with prorated. Okay, with prorated. As you can see that instead of 4%, we will give out 2%. Okay, 2% of the sum assured, which is 20,000. Then this a total of 140,000 wealth bonus will be credited into John investment account value. Okay, so this is actually how the customer can maximize the return with more value through the wealth bonus. All right. Okay, just now I saw Alex raise a hand. I think you put down your hand already. Okay. All right. Sorry, son. So let's look at the more example here. This is actually to illustrate you. Of course, let's say John just now, age 70, he decided to extend the renewal. Okay, because you can choose to extend your renewal, right? So of course, at the 70 years old, he will not receive. But when then come to the 75, you will get 4%, 4%, 4%. Then until the end of the policy year, we will prorate the wealth bonus. Okay, and even though, let's look at this example, even though if let's say the policy lapse in between, okay, even though the policy lapse in between, no worry. As you can see, this policy lapse as year 18, when come to year 20, kita masih bayar dia punya wealth bonus. But sebab dia lapse 1 year, so we will prorated the 19 years instead of 20 years. So we will not delay the wealth bonus. We will still pay on time, but we will be prorated as well if the customer lapse and reinstate the policy. Okay, so that is something that you don't need to worry because the wealth bonus will be prorated. Okay, so this is something that for you to take note. All right. So then the maturity benefit and surrender benefit as usual. Okay, they can surrender their investment account value. Okay, and when upon maturity, they can withdraw their investment account value in one lump sum. This one is business as usual. All right. So the policy, the entry age is minimum 14 days. Okay, we have update from 30 days to 14 days. Previously, you kena tunggu 30 hari, but sekarang 14 days you can purchase the policy already and maximum up to 70 years old. Okay, but one thing that you need to take note here is our entry age, we change from nearest birthday to next birthday. Okay, our age we calculate based on next birthday. Okay, previously we are using the nearest birthday, but now we are using next birthday. Okay, so the coverage is minimum 500,000, maximum is subject to underwriting. Premium term, premium is minimum 2004, maximum sky is the maximum. All right, and then the premium term, they can choose 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, or full term. Okay, and the coverage term same goes to the coverage term. They can opt for 20 years or up to age 70, 80, or 100. Okay, later on I will share with you more detail about the underwriting requirement. Okay, so then let's look at the optional rider. Okay, so for WealthLink Pro, we allow to attach the WOP for life assured, WOP for the policy owner, which is for the payer, and good news, we allow the customer to attach CI intention. We are the first in the industry allowed to attach early CI in this kind of high sum assured plan. Okay, so far in the market, none of the company allow you to attach the CI, early CI, but we allow you to attach the CI intention. Okay, and upcoming, we will also launch the CI accelerated. Okay, but not so soon, maybe next year. Next year, first quarter or second quarter, we will launch the CI accelerated. Okay, so let's just recap a little bit of the CI intention. Yeah, CI intention, right? Maximum rider sum assured. Previously, I don't know whether you remember or not. Previously, maximum you only can purchase 200,000. With new one, you can purchase up to 500,000 sum assured. Okay, so if your clients last time already purchased 200,000, now they can top up. Okay, so the same thing, the CI coverage is 60%, but capped at 75,000. This one, all this is still remain unchanged. Okay, multiple claims allowed and pay out 200% of the sum assured, and death benefit is 3% of the sum assured. The range, the rest remain unchanged. Only the sum assured we allow is from 200,000 up to a maximum 500,000. Okay, per land. All right. So for this WealthLink Pro, who is our target market? We want to approach the millionaire. Okay. So what kind of millionaire we want to approach? First one, responsibility in million. Therefore, they need a high sum assured policy for their wealth protection. Okay, the responsibility in million and cash in million because they need a legacy planning. And last but not least is the business in million, which is where for their business continuity. This group of people, usually they need high sum assured policy to protect, to actually achieve their wealth protection, legacy planning, and business continuity. Okay, so let's look at the example here. Okay, let me show you the example. This is Peter. He is a young entrepreneur. So age 35, occupation class 1. Okay, so Peter purchased this WealthLink Pro with 1 million sum assured, annual premium 12,000, policy term 35, which means cover up to age 70. Okay, so meaning to say, right, when age 55, we will credit 80,000 to his investment account, 65, another 40,000, 70, 20,000, then we will actually in total we credit 140,000. So let's check out at age of 70. So if let's say Peter wanted to withdraw his the maturity value, okay, so based on 2% return, his maturity value is 300 over 1,000. But if based on 5% return, his maturity value will be 537,000. Okay, yes, beyond the policy can be extended, no worry. Okay. Unknown user can show the coverage term again. Okay, so the coverage term is up to 20 years, 70, 80, or 100. If they choose to up to 70, right, they can extend. They can extend to 80 or to 100. But of course, the premium at that time, subject to the sustainability, maybe they need to adjust the premium a little bit here and there. Okay, so that is still need to base on the calculation. The policy can be extended, can be renewed. Later on, I will share with you the renewal terms and condition. Okay, so no worry. This one we keep at a later part to share with you the policy renewal term and condition. Okay, so any question? I think I already answered along the way, right? So let us, without further ado, because I want, I need to, after I finish WealthLink, I need to invite our head of investment to share the investment link fund already. If you have any question, you all can keep asking. No worry, I will answer. But let us proceed to this WealthLink. Okay, so this FWD WealthLink is to replace our current regular premium investment link plan, which is GoProtect. Okay, so let's look at what are the changes of this WealthLink. Okay, so let's look at enhanced benefit. Yeah, so first thing first, I'm not sure whether you're excited or not. So for the WealthLink, we have changed in, we have enhanced our smart protection to 10% every 5 years with no capping. Yeah, anyone can recall previously itu kita cap kat berapa? Anyone can remember not? We cap at berapa?
20%
amount. Test your product knowledge.
20%.
5% 4 times, right? But we kept
Yes.
at 200,000. Yes, Alex, you are right. For the previous GoProtect, we kept at 200,000. Regardless how much is your sum assured, we will cap at 200,000. But with this smart protection, 10% every 5 years with no capping. Meaning to say, if you're going to buy 1 million policy at here, we will give you 10% every 5 years up to 500,000 increment with no underwriting. Okay, for the smart protection. All right, and non-medical limit up to 1.25 million. TPD benefit also we extend to 4 million and up to 75 years old. The same TPD benefit applicable for the wealth link as well. It's the same TPD benefit. And no less guarantee, 5 years instead of 3 years, and no charges for the partial withdrawal and surrender. Okay, so this is the wealth link, so that you can see like wealth link, the protections, the basic protection is very simple because this wealth link is to cater for the customer to add in more riders for a comprehensive protection. If your client want to have high sum assured, go for Wealth Link Pro. But Wealth Link is a plan that to cater for a more comprehensive protection. Okay, so the smart protection, 10% increase in every 5 years up to 50% of the original coverage. Okay, so we can add the rider, and later on I will share with you the new medical rider. Okay, so let's look at this. For death benefit, right? As you can see, the death benefit we will pay 100% sum assured and investment account value. Okay, so this is the difference between the Wealth Link Pro and Wealth Link. So Wealth Link, we pay 100% of the sum assured plus investment account value upon death. Okay, and upon TPD, we will pay 100% of the sum assured. Okay, but after the sum assured has been paid, the policy still in force. Okay, the policy still in force. The policy will not be terminated immediately upon TPD claim for Wealth Link. But Wealth Link Pro, upon TPD, 100% we pay out, the policy will terminate. Okay, for the Wealth Link, we will continue the policy. Yeah, so basically, continue the policy, all the contract, the riders will be continued. Okay, all the rider can be continued, but then the COI, all these things still subject to the COI and the monthly service charges. Okay, so and then the smart protection. Okay, so the smart protection, while the policy still in force, the initial or current basic sum assured, whichever lower, increase by 10% upon completion of every 5 years. Okay, subject to the following condition: the other TPD claim, the other CI claim. Okay, the other waiver of premium. Okay, the other, no, usually waiver of premium is CI lah. So meaning to say no CI claim, no TPD claim, then they consider they can increase the 10% without any other condition anymore. Okay, so meaning to say, if let's say client purchase a policy of 1 million, 5 years, every 5 years, 10%. So at the 26 policy years, right, the sum assured from 1 million increased to 1.5 million. Okay, so with the smart protection. So as you can see that we no capping, depends on how much is the sum assured that customer purchase, then we increase by 10%. Okay, it's either initial basic sum assured or current basic sum assured, whichever lower. Okay, mana satu yang rendah. Because in between, customer may decrease the sum assured. If let's say customer manually, send in form manually decrease the sum assured, then we will follow the lower sum assured, not the initial sum assured. Okay. So the maturity benefit and surrender benefit as usual, no changes. Okay. So then for this Wealth Link optional rider, we allow the customer to attach the PA. Okay, PA plan, waiver of premium for the life assured, waiver of premium for the policy owner, which means for the payer, and early CI. Okay, and of course, later on, we will share about this MediFirst, which is our new launch medical card. And upcoming, we will actually introduce the hospital income and the CIS rated. But this one is upcoming lah. Because why we cannot introduce all the rider in the phase 1, because in phase 1 we have to make sure that everything go live as soon as possible. Therefore, we have to select the most best-selling combination. So hence, we actually introduce the first 4 rider, which is the PA, CI, Intensio, medical card, and also waiver of premium. These are the 4 best-selling CI as riders. Then upcoming, we will introduce the income, hospital income, and the CI accelerated. Okay. So, and let's look at the entry age. Yeah, entry age, yes, you can see the minimum from 30 days, we lower down to 40 days, okay, and maximum 75 years old, okay. Coverage term is 50,000, okay, and maximum subject to underwriting. Premium still remain unchanged, 150 per month, 1,008 per year. The premium term is same as the coverage, okay. Then the coverage, they can choose up to 70, 75, 80, and 100 years old. Okay, this is the coverage term. Okay, so this is for the WealthLink and WealthLink Pro. So far, any questions? I think this WealthLink is very straightforward, but you can, Alex want to ask if do medical claim, well, whether is it will impact the smart protection or not, right? No, as long as no TPD claim and CI claim. Okay, no TPD claim and CI claim. Okay, if let's say clients admit to hospital due to the medical condition, as long as they never claim TPD, CI claim, then they entitled for this smart protection. Okay. All right. So, all right, let me check. Ivan, are you on the line?
Yes, you are right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
Ivan.
on the line.
Okay, Ivan, you can take my screen sharing. So I would like to invite Ivan, our head of investment, to come and share with us what is this 4 new investment fund. All right. Hand over to you, Ivan.
Oh, thank you so much, Vivian, for your sharing. And thank you so much for the guest, Duday, for today's conversation. So without any further delay, maybe I will share my slide. Vivian, can you look into my slide at the moment?
We can see your slide already.
Can see my slide. Wonderful, wonderful. Once again, thank you so much, guys, for dying for today's section. So my name is Ivan Khoo. I'm the head of investment for FWD Insurance Berhad. So with today itself, we will introduce to you the 4 new ILP funds. So this will be the executive summary. As part of the integration with the FWD group, FWD Insurance Berhad is working towards having the investment-linked fund with a new business limit. So therefore, we are going to launch a 4 new ILP fund by tomorrow, which will be a 3rd October 2023, together with our core system and also the new investment fund. So generally itself, this so-called investment linked fund that we selected, we have a numerous discussion with the FWD Insurance Berhad investment team, a group investment from Hong Kong, the group product team from the Hong Kong, as well as the local. Together, we run through with several so-called qualitative and also quantitative analysis in order for us to propose to select the 4 funds. So generally itself, the 4 funds will be shortlisted based on the individual different investor risk profile. So generally itself, we have 4 new ILP funds like what Vivian has been mentioned. I think a couple of several times. So generally itself, we have a 4 new ILP fund. Aham Bond Fund, we are going to launch a so-called FWD investment bond fund. That this particular bond fund will fit into the Aham Bond Fund managed by the Aham. FWD Invest Dividend Fund will fit into the Hong Leong Dividend Fund. The FWD Invest Asian Discovery Fund will fit into a United Asian Discovery Fund managed by the UOB Asset Management. Last but not least, we also have the FWD Invest Income Extra Fund that we are going to fit into the Aham Income Extra Fund. Please feel free to type in the chat box if you require any further clarification or Q&A. I think Vivian, probably you can stop me if you see any Q&A. So my section is only 15 minutes, so therefore I need to go as fast as I can. And please, again, feel free to drop your Q&A inside the chat box so that we can try to understand your needs and also address all the so-called your possibility of the concern. So in terms of selection process itself, like what I mentioned earlier on, that generally itself, it require a lot of numerous discussion to get the Hong Kong team, to get the local team, as well as to get the Bank Negara Malaysia approval for us to launch the LP funds. So generally itself, this will be the criteria, including the sizable fund size, the consistent and also the good track record for the underlying target fund that we are going to fit in. Probably will be ranging from 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. And also, I think the product and also the investment outlook, whether the fund manager will be able to give a training availability, etc., etc. So this will be the summary of the proposed fund. I believe that this so-called section will be very exciting because we are talking about the investment linked with the so-called return. And yeah, I think the first and foremost, against like what I repeat, will be Aham Bond Fund. This is a generally itself, I think maybe I can conclude again summary of the proposed fund. We have a 2 bond fund, namely Aham Bond Fund and also the Aham Income Extra Fund. Okay. This Aham Bond Fund is a medium to long-term category against the 2 bond fund, whereas for the Aham Income Extra Fund is generally itself will be a Malaysia short-term bond fund. Okay, nonetheless, we have another 2 equity fund. Hong Leong Dividend Fund is a local equity fund, whereas the United Asian Discovery Fund is the global, also called, to be precise, will be the Asian Equity Fund. The target return for United Asian Discovery Fund under their so-called fund fact sheet is that they are targeting at 8% per annum. On the right side, we have a fund size for the so-called Aham Bond Fund will be about 877 million. Hong Leong Dividend Fund size will be at about 272 million. United Asian Discovery Fund is about 74 million, as well as the Aham Income Extra Fund at 716 million.
Ivan, sorry, Ivan, you're on mute.
Sorry, I'm mute. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Thank you so much, Fandi, for your sharing. Yeah, I think the selection rationale is very important, especially these 4 particular fund that we are choosing. First and foremost will be the Aham Bond Fund because of the track record, because of the fund size. And I think nonetheless, we are very familiar with the respective fund manager that at the moment they are our so-called in-house fund manager. Hong Leong Dividend Fund, I think they are one of the winner for the LIPA. And also they show a very good short-term as well as a long-term track record, which I think I will be shared in details later on. For the United Asian Discovery Fund, nonetheless, I think they are the award winner fund manager as well. And this particular so-called United Asian Discovery Fund will allow the investor, also called the policyholder, to have a diversification into a different geographical, not only in Malaysia, but outside Malaysia, with a potential gross return of 8% per annum. Last but not least, I think will be this so-called Aham Income Extra Fund. Is mainly for the capital preservation fund to protect the investor principal investment while still providing a little bit growth opportunity. This particular Aham Income Extra Fund is very suitable for the investor who looking for very minimal risk. So on my next slide itself will be the fund details. Next, okay, I think this will be the Aham Bond Fund. So like what we mentioned earlier on, this is a Malaysia bond fund they target for medium to long-term investor, and this will be their investment objective. Generally itself, they are target to get a better than the average FD rate over the medium to long term. Investment into the unit trust fund itself is always at least 3 years and above, or not for 6 months, not for 12 months. Fund size is quite decent, I think about 877 million. Benchmark their target to beat the so-called 12-month FD rate. And also this is what the SC required, minimum 70% into the money market instrument and also the fixed deposit, mainly particularly with a bond because this is a Malaysia bond fund. Dividend itself, they will state that they will commit to pay a quarterly. It means that every 3 months, subject to the available income distribution by the target fund manager. When we say realized income, it means that they need to have the so-called realized income so that they can able to pay as high as possible on the income distribution. Portfolio duration at the moment, they are sitting at about 5 to 6 years. minimum initial investment and also the additional investment is quite small. Generally itself, I think we have a waiver. We seek the waiver from AHAM for this particular minimum initial investment and also the additional investment. In terms of track record, like what I say, I think we should look at the 10 years total return. 43.3% is quite impressive compared with the benchmark at 33%. So let's say that if in the event that we are using a simple average method, 43% divided by 10 years, so each of the investor will get about 4.3% per annum, which is quite decent over the medium to long term. And then in the event we go to the next slide, we look into the so-called AHAM bond fund holding. So this is what that we extract from the fund fact sheet as 31st May 2023. We can see that the sectoral allocation is well diversified across the utility 20%, industrial, financial services, banks, and government. And on the right side itself, we can see that the top 5 holding is quite well diversified. None of them eventually holding more than 10% inside a single exposure instrument. So on my next slide itself, I'll be discussing on the Hong Leong Dividend Fund. So their objective is to provide investor with a steady recurring income associated with the dividend. The fund name itself, associate. So with the potentially higher than the FD rate, again, this is to target with the FD rate. Fund size is about 272 million. Inception date, meaning to say that the fund launched back in 2005. The benchmark for this particular ILP fund is 30% on the 12-month LIBOR rate plus 70% on the FPM KLCI. Equity minimum 70% will be invested at all time, together with the fixed income maximum 30%. Against this so-called particular target fund, their income distribution is on the quarterly, subject to the availability. Portfolio duration is medium to long term, typically will be between 3 to 5 years. And like what I mentioned earlier on, I think they've been winning several Lipper awards, meaning to say 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. 3 years they win consequently 2 years, etc. So on my next slide itself will be, this will be very important for us to consider a good so-called fund. Or if we would like to show you the total 5 years total return is at about 63%. So 63%, if we would like to divide by 5 years, I think it's at about 11 to 12% annualized return. In fact, if we would like to show you the annualized return at about, I think 10% per annum for the 5 years total return or 5 years annualized return. But if we would like to show you on a 3 years performance, they are very impressive. So this particular so-called Hong Leong Dividend Fund, even though it's a local fund, but the performance itself, the track record itself is quite impressive compared with the benchmark, compared with the other peer. 3 years performance at annualized about 18%, mainly contributed by the 2021 and also 2020 performance. 2021, this particular fund generate about 31%, or outbeat the benchmark, as well as the 2020 27%, outbeat the 2.81% benchmark. So on my next slide itself, we will have this so-called Hong Leong Dividend Fund holding. Against what we are very concerning with the sectoral allocation, whether this particular fund is well diversified. So to answer you, yes, it is. It is a well diversified into a few several sector. I think the highest sectoral allocation will be the consumer product services. Top 5 holding, I think is very, very well known in Malaysian market like Tenaga, Heineken, Carlsberg, M-Bank, Alliance Bank. I think it's very, very well known with the dividend base that this particular fund is targeting, and hence that their top 5 holding is also the stock which have a good dividend policy. So on my next slide itself will be a United Asian Discovery Fund. This fund itself will be managed by the UOB Asset Management. They will invest into the equity and also the equity related security. Or example will be warrants on a small and medium sized company. Or how they define a small and medium size will be typically based on the market capitalization. On this note, let me show you with under 3 billion USD at the point of investment. Remember, it's at the point of investment. If the company they invested is less than 3 billion, yeah, you are fine with that. After the market cap more than 4 billion, once open to the investor, is still okay, because at the time of the investment is less than 3 billion USD. So which are listed or tradable in the eligible market, which is including the Asian. So Their fund size is quite so-called reasonable, 74 million. Inception date 2014. Benchmark is target return at 8%. Against the asset allocation is similar with the Hong Leong Dividend Fund, whereby it was capped at minimum 70%. Generally itself, this clause is imposed by the Security Commission, whereby it states that all the equity fund need to have a minimum 70% invested into the equity, with the maximum 30% invested into the fixed income instrument, such as the bonds, money market instrument, cash deposit, repo, Islamic commercial paper, etc. Income distribution itself is subject to the availability. Portfolio duration is not available at the moment. This particular so-called United Asian Discovery Fund is one of the Lipper Fund Award in 2023 for the 5 years, as well as the 2022 and 2021 for the 3 years track record. Minimum initial investment and also the additional investment is stated on the slides. So on my next slide, which I think is very important, like what we emphasize, total return for the 5 years is quite amazing at 64% compared with the benchmark at 47%. So if we would like to analyze it, we will get about 10.4%, which is similar with the Hong Leong dividend. But nonetheless, this particular United Asian Discovery Fund allowed the policyholder to have a better geographical asset allocation. So on my next slide itself, we will talk about the sectoral allocation. Consumer is one of their favor, and then they also well diversified into industrial, technology, real estate, as well as the financial. On the top 5 holding, we saw that they have a name like Infominia, YTL Power. YTL Power lately, they rebound quite a substantial, and hence that this particular fund is doing pretty well. Nation Gate Holding, Indosimen is an Indonesia paper, Berjaya Food. And in terms of geographical allocation, they are still preferred in the Malaysia country, which is Malaysia 44%, Indonesia about 13%, Thailand about 11%, Singapore and Philippines will be about 8% and 4% respectively. So on my next slide itself will be the Aham Income Extra Fund. This particular Aham Income Extra Fund is a very, very short-term bond fund with a very, very low risk among these 4 target fund that we are going to launch. This particular so-called Aham Income Extra Fund provide investor with a steady income stream by investing into the bond. Debenture is a bond, money market instrument, as well as a deposit. As of 31st May 2023, under the fact sheet itself, their fund size is about 760 million. Inception date will be about 2019. Benchmark is at maybe 1 month FD rate with the target distribution policy at the quarterly. This portfolio duration is very important for us to judge whether the respective fund manager allowed the so-called distribution policy or not. So at the moment, they are invest into a very short-term natural bonds with a maturity less than 1 year, and hence their total average portfolio duration stood at 0.9 years. So in terms of performance itself, Aham Income Extra Fund trade record, you can see that they do not have the 5 years trade record, but nonetheless, the 3 years performance is at 8.1%. So 8.1% in the event that we divide by 3, we will get about 2.5% return per annum. I think which is similar to the inflation rate at the moment that we have. So in terms of the Aham Income Extra Fund holding, we can see that they are quite well diversified into banks, FI or financial services. Banks and financial services typically is very low risk sector because it's highly regulated by the Bank Negara Malaysia, and also they're wide diversified into industrial, consumer, discretionary, real estate. So on their top 5 holding, they have a True Smarty, 2%, at Young Company, Sime Darby. This one, Binastrian, is linked with the Maxis. Bernie Restu Berhad is also 1%. So that's why they are very, very well diversified in terms of sectoral allocation and also the top 5 holding. But nonetheless, this Aham Income Extra Fund is very low risk associated with a low return. So just to recap, FWD IB plans to launch a new IRP funds with the 4 new investment linked fund tomorrow, which is the 3rd October 2023. So the name of the new IRP fund will be FWD Invest Bond Fund, FWD Invest Income Extra Fund. These 2 particular is the so-called bond fund. One is typical medium to long term, whereas the invest income extra is mainly focusing for the short term in natural bond fund. On top of that, we also have a two equity fund, namely FWD Invest Dividend Fund. This is local equity fund managed by the Hong Leong Asset Management, and also the FWD Invest Asian Discovery Fund. Invest Asian Discovery Fund will allow the investor to have a better geographical allocation that can invest into the Asian Discovery Fund with the market cap less than USD 3 billion. So if anybody want to ask what does it mean with the market cap, it means that the number of shares times the share price, we will get a market cap for this particular underlying stock. So for example, if you ask me, can this particular so-called FWD Invest Asian Discovery Fund is allowed to invest into a Maybank, Public Bank, Hong Leong Bank? The answer is no, because the market cap for these three large banks is more than USD 3 billion. So maybe I would like to suggest that the fund manager maybe will consider Affin with the market cap less than 3 billion. So with that, I already finished my so-called sharing section. So any Q&A from the floor? Yes.
Ivan, we have 2 questions from the chat. Can you see the chat?
Yes, Vivian, thank you so much for highlighting. The equity risk, the equity is for the customer with a high risk appetite. How about a moderate risk fund? I think Vivian, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think the 3 new insurance products that we are going to launch, they will have an auto set to the policyholder to diversify into 2 or 3 our funds. So with that, eventually it will help the policyholder to diversify their risk and also diversify their single 100% or single allocation into one single funds. So if you would like to know furthermore, I think I'm not sure whether the agent will have the authority to set it to let's say 50%.
They can adjust the fund allocation.
Okay.
They also can follow the default fund allocations when they choose the risk profile.
Okay, wonderful. I hope that we can answer this unknown username as UU. Thank you so much for the question. And the number 2 is that will be asking from Jackson Go. FWD strategy fund and aggressive fund available in the new products? I think to answer you, the answer is no for time being, but we are going to synchronize it later on. I think Vivian, please feel free to chip in if you want to add on to answer our business partner JG here.
Yeah. Yes. Currently for this phase, right, the strategy fund and aggressive will not be available for the new product, but it's still available for the existing product, the policy. Okay. So but in future, maybe we will consider to add in, but that one is subject to the investment team to actually further discuss with our group office.
But Jason, you are right. I think the FWD strategy fund, also the aggressive fund, is doing pretty well. Thank you for the GBSN as well as the FWD to bring in the good product for the agents, for the policyholder to consider. So without any further delay, I think maybe I will pass the floor to Vivian again, and then I will leave the floor.
Okay, thank you, Ivan. Yeah, you all have any questions, feel free to drop your chat here. So in case Ivan already leave the group, but never mind, we will actually escalate this question to Ivan. All right. Okay, so without further ado, let me share my screen. All right. So, okay. I think you all can see my screen, right? So let's just go into a quick one about the appendix before we go into this medical card, our medical rider. So let's just go a quick run through. So some of the common things I will just skip. I will only zoom into those that new enhancement. Okay. So the no less guarantee is the first 5 years policy, first 5 policy years. So the rest is the same business as usual. Okay. And then the partial withdrawal. Okay, one thing I want to highlight here, the partial withdrawal here is one thing that you need to take note here is for the wealth link, partial withdrawal will not reduce the basic sum assured. Okay, for the partial withdrawal, the Wealthlink will not reduce the basic sum assured, where if the customer life assured withdraw the investment account value, it will actually reduce the basic sum assured. Okay, reduce the basic sum assured. Actually, this is the industry practice. If you check around all the high sum assured policy industry practice, when the customer make a withdrawal, eventually will reduce the basic sum assured. Okay, so the rest, and no charges for partial withdrawal and full withdrawal. Okay, and then the top up. Okay, single top up and regular top up still remain unchanged, but one thing that you need to take note here is for regular top up, it will be kept at 10 times of the basic annual premium for new business. Okay, so this is the new rules that if you want to put in the regular top up, it will cap at 10 times of the basic regular top up. Meaning to say, if your basic regular top up is 6,000, sorry, not look at here. If your regular premium is 6,000, so your top up maximum is only can be 60,000, cannot be more anymore. Okay, if you want to add, you want to increase your top up, but then you also need to increase your regular premium. Okay, so this is for the top up, the new enhancement. Okay, and then the switching is the same, nothing changed. Okay, no switching fee. All right. And let's look at the, okay, these are the same, nothing changed here. The fee and charges still remain unchanged. Okay, so for the premium allocation, you actually remain unchanged. For the Wealthlink Pro, we have separate to 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and full policy term. Okay, premium allocation for Wealthlink and Wealthlink Pro will be 95% for top-up premium. Okay, previously, Gold Protect Platinum, we actually give up giving 1% extra, right? But then with the new products, top-up premium will be remain as a 95% premium allocation. Okay, and then monthly service fee will be 8 ringgit per month. Okay, this is a new charges. And all the other fee and charges will be no charges. Fund switching, top up, premium reduction, partial withdrawal, full withdrawal will be no changes, no charges. And fund management fee, as you can see that the high risk fund we charge 1.5%, bond fund 1%, and the very low risk fund, which the invest income extra, we only charge 0.35%. Okay, so this is a very low fund management fee for the low risk fund. Okay, for the payment methods, okay, for the payment method, we allow credit card, debit card, FPX, and immediate e-wallet. Okay, and of course the online payment is a JomPay. Okay, and then mode is annual, semi-annual, quarterly, monthly, remain unchanged. Okay, entry age 14 days minimum. And then the option is still unchanged. Yeah, let's look at this renewal option. So this renewal option applicable for Wealthlink and Wealthlink Pro. So meaning to say, when the policy is matured, customer wanted to opt for extend the coverage term. Okay, so let's look at this sentence is good enough already. Okay. Yes, anyone talking? Okay, so let's look at this renewal option now. The renewal process can be take place within 60 days. Okay, so the renewal, who is talking? Maybe I need to mute. Okay. Yes? Who is talking? I cannot hear anymore. Okay, so this renewal option is to opt in. Customer need to take the option whether they want to extend their maturity. Okay, it's not auto. Customer need to send in the applications before 16 days of the maturity, meaning to say they need to take the option whether they want to extend the renewal or not. And no underwriting, the other underwriting at all. Okay, as you can see previously, I don't know whether you all remember the previous renewal options, the definition or not. there is a assessment, no underwriting, but there is an assessment will be done. So this one, we have take up the wordings from the definitions. So meaning to say the renewal process can be take place within 60 days before the maturity date. And of course, the premium for renewal term will be reviewed, revised upon renewal. It depends on the sustainability. Okay, company will actually verify the premium, is it sufficient to cater for the next 10 years, 20 years or not. So the premium will be reviewed at that point of time, not because of their medical condition, not because of their medical history, it's because of the sustainability. That's all. Okay, so previously, I believe that some of you may concern, is it after customer already claim waiver of premium, cannot extend the policy, cannot renew the policy anymore. Now we have actually removed the description from the renewal option. Okay, so all right. And then the rest is the same. The sum assured multiple rules is the same. And then juvenile lien still applicable from 20% of the basic sum assured up to, and when starting from 4 years onward, 4th birthday onwards is 100%. Okay, so the cost of insurance is charged based on the full basic sum assured. Okay, or full basic sum assured minus the account value for WealthLink Pro, not after the juvenile lien. Meaning to say, if let's say at age 1 year old, if the life assured die, TPD or accident death, we only pay 20%, right? But we will still base on the 100% of the basic sum assured COI charges. Okay, we will not base on the 20%. Okay, so this is how to explain this sentence. All right. And then the rest, nationality, Malaysian, non-Malaysian, subject to underwriting. Interim coverage applicable. What does it mean by this interim coverage? Meaning to say, once the application has been submitted with the premium paid, even though the policy not yet approved, kita akan cover interim coverage. If the customer passed away due to accident, okay, pass away due to accident, we will pay the sum assured despite the policy yet to approve. Okay, so this is called interim coverage. Okay, so period is the same within 15 days after the policy has been received. Okay, and then non-medical limit for WealthLink and Go Secure and Go Secure Plus is up to 1.25 million for age 18 to 45. Okay, this group, and where for 60 to 64 is up to 100,000. Okay, as you can see, this is the non-medical limit. Okay, all right. And then for WealthLink Pro, okay, WealthLink Pro, for the non-medical limit, we increase up to 4 million for age 18 to 45. Okay, this is for WealthLink Pro. And then for medical terms, medical TSR, something good news about to share. We only based on last 12 months. The policy issue we based on last 12 months. Previously, ours is 1 + 1. First year, we count factor 100%. Second year, we factor 50%. Don't know whether you all remember or not. But now with the new enhancement, we actually take into the context, only take 12 months as a consideration. For the past 12 months, any existing policy issue within our company. Okay, so this is for the medical TSR. Same goes to the WealthLink Pro and WealthLink. All right, only the last 12 months. Okay. All right, so okay, for the financial requirement applicable for full underwriting, this is for the financial requirement. So if the customer purchase WealthLink, then it's 1.5 million. Okay, if they're going to purchase the WealthLink Pro, then we will actually look at 4 million. Okay, but for financial requirement, we will take 3 applications. Okay, all the enforced policy as a consideration, okay, because this is to underwrite the financial requirement. Okay, so someone asked, yeah, We have to pay 8 ringgit per month. So one policy year, 1 year is 96. Yes, you are right. Will the company send letter to the policy owner on the option for renewal? This one I need to confirm whether is it company send the letter or not, because I need to confirm. Yeah. All right. PATPD. Okay. PATPD will cover up to age 70. PATP for PA rider, I need to double check, because PA rider I cannot remember. But then it's still subject to the you can actually determines you can actually adjust the term lah. But is it 70? Because I need to double check whether is it they make any changes in the PA rider or not. Maybe after a while later I quick while you do the assessment, let me do a quick check. Okay. All right. Okay. So for the policy servicing rule, decrease sum assured applicable. Okay. Premium also applicable. Assured assignment applicable. Reinstatement is within 2 years from the lapsation. Okay. So premium holiday remain unchanged. Okay. So for the non-smoker discounts, your refund for the smoker and non-smoker for both plan. Okay. Insurance charges, death TPD, we base on the age, gender, smoking status, and sum and risk. Accidental death, we base on the occupational class. Okay. So income tax is up to 3,000. All right. Of course, if you want to sell these 2 plans, you must have CE license, and SST is applicable for corporate policy. Okay. So one more thing, good news to all of you is the exclusion definition. Okay. So basically, from the very lengthy exclusion, we cut into 3 sentences. Okay. So this exclusion is for the exclusion for the basic sum assured. Meaning to say, when the company need to pay out the basic sum assured, the basic protection, the basic sum assured, right? We will subject to these 3 exclusion. Okay. The first one is suicide. Commit suicide actually is if let's say life assured attempt suicide within 1 year from the policy start, or last increase the sum assured. Okay, or reinstate lah. So if less than 1 year they commit suicide, kita tak bayar. Ini common punya exclusion lah. Kalau commit suicide less than 12 months, kita tak bayar. Okay, and if they due to unlawful act, we also will not pay. Okay, if let's say dia pergi rompak kedai runcit dan kena tembak mati, we also will not pay. Okay, because they commit to the unlawful act. And we also will not pay if due to war. Okay, we will not pay the sum assured. It result in the act of war, whether declared or not, revolution, all the similar event lah, kita tak bayar. Nah, last time TPD kita tak bayar kalau dia pergi naik private jet. Betul tak? You all remember? If TPD claim there is a very lengthy of the exclusion, right? One of the common one is if the clients take private jet and pass away, we will not pay. Pass away, but TPD, take the private jet and become TPD, we will not pay. But with the FWD exclusion, regardless customer paid the private jet ke, they main bungee jump become TPD ke, pergi racing motor become TPD ke, we will pay as long as dia bukan unlawful act. Okay, racing motor is not to say the Mat Rempit racing motor. Mat Rempit racing motor is unlawful, right? But if let's say they participate in those that other license punya, okay, other license punya, then we will still pay. Because why? Because we want to change people. The people feel about the insurance, and we also want to bring out our tagline. We celebrate living. So we believe that every one of us, we have different standard of lifestyle. Some people, they may like to take private jet. Some people, they may like to play high risk activity. So therefore, we actually cut down our exclusion into these 3. Okay. So this is for WealthLink. Actually, the WealthLink tool, right, is this. Yes.
Carol, just now you say, if let's say this client is a hobby, okay,
Yep.
for the like Sepang race car, all those things.
Yeah.
1 week once and all those things. If let's say it cause the death or TPD or whatever, the company will pay.
Yes, as long as it's not within beyond, I mean not under these 3 exclusion lah. As long as not unlawful act, war, or commit suicide and so on. Yeah, but then
the hobbies, then we will pay lah.
Yes, yeah, and only thing, one thing that you can take note is
there is a lot of youngsters, they treat it as a hobby. They like to go to Sepang and all those kind of things.
yes,
You know?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Understand.
only one thing that you need to take note is when you purchase, if let's say the customer purchased WealthLink Pro, because WealthLink Pro we pay additional accident death benefit, right? So one of the health question there will ask the customer to declare, is it they got participate in any hazardous activity or not? The customer need to declare accordingly. That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
Understand.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks.
For WealthLink, no such question. Meaning to say, if they become TPD due to they raise the car in the Sepang with license one, not the without license one, jump parachute, snorkeling, diver, we will pay. Okay. So we have actually minimized our exclusion into this statement sergeant. Okay. So this is applied to how we pay out the basic sum assured. Okay, basic sum assured now. But of course, if you add the TPD, you add the PA rider. If you buy in WealthLink and you add the PA rider still subject to that exclusion. But this is for the death and TPD benefit. Okay, clear? Yeah. Yes, Alvin. Is experience those activity overseas as long as they are within the it's not within this exclusion. Okay, as long we actually cover hazardous activity for that, for the basic protection, basic coverage. Okay. All right. So don't you must I know it's unbelievable, right? But it's a real one. It's actually the exclusion and fall under this. Only the difference, because you can see that this is the exclusion for WealthLink and this is the exclusion for WealthLink Pro. The difference is only this one. Okay, the difference is only this one. For unlawful act, we will not pay death, accidental death, and TPD benefit under this policy. Okay. Yeah. Fandi asked, does it change how you feel about insurance now? Yes. Okay. So now, okay. So sorry, everyone, we don't have break because we have to quickly share all the good news with all of you. Now we come to the most exciting part, which is the Medic First. So this is our unit deducting rider. We can attach this rider into our WealthLink, not WealthLink Pro, WealthLink. All right. So let's look at the medical inflation. Okay, so medical inflation in Malaysia, if you go and do some study, you will feel like, wow, so shocked. The medical inflation in the Malaysia for the past few years is almost at double digit, 16%, 14%, 12%, and in 2023, they targeted to be 15%. Okay, yeah, none of us here salary can be increased as such consistently 12% and above in a year, but medical inflation, yes. Okay, and why actually make this medical cost increasing? Okay, because first thing first, increase in the utilization of health service. Nowadays, people know when they fall sick, they go private hospital because why? They can get a fast service. Okay, and they know medical card can pay their medical bill. Okay, so therefore increase of the utilization of the health service, and of course due to unhealthy lifestyle choice, underuse or lack of preventive service is a significant cause of driver, and of course last but not least is due to the medical advancement. Yeah, and the fusion of the technology and medication. Now one cancer treatment got so many types. You can want to go targeted hormonal treatments, all kind of treatments. So the medical costs are higher is to fulfill the demand for the qualified health professional and medical instrument. Okay, and of course, let's look at the leading healthcare conditions that have most frequent claim in 2021. So these are the most frequent claim, okay, in the world. That cancer still remain the top with 55%, and then the circulatory system disease, COVID-19, respiratory disease, and the last one is actually the disease related to the stomach. So these are the top 5 healthcare conditions that most frequently. Okay, so let's look at the unique selling point about this MediFirst. Okay, so first one is up to 500 room and board. Okay, so our room and board previously 350 kan. Okay, now we increased our plan to 500 room and board with no limit. Apa itu no limit? Last time maximum 200 day, right? Betul tak? Am I right? So now this 200 day you can forget about it. It's no limit. Okay, and up to 5 million annual limit. Okay, with the plan, and pre-hospitalization treatment 90 days, post-hospitalization treatment 150 days. Okay, later I will share with you more. And yeah, last but not least is the inflation shield. What does it mean by this inflation shield? We will increase the hospital room and board 10 ringgit every 3 years, plus 10% increase in the annual limit in every 3 years. Meaning to say, every 3 years, your customer punya room and board akan tambah 10 ringgit every 3 years. Regardless dia ada claim, tak ada claim, we will increase 10 ringgit every 3 years. Plus, dia punya annual limit akan increase 10% every 3 years. Regardless any claim has been done. Okay, so I see Matno increase your hand. One thing before you want to ask question, right? One thing I want to share. This is first in the market, because in the market, hardly got company will introduce these 2 combination as the benefit. Some company you may see that they increase 10 ringgit, 10 ringgit in the room and board or annual limit. Okay, but we are the first in the industrial market. We introduce not only the room and board increase and also the annual limit increase. Okay, so yes, I saw Matno, you raised your hand. Any question you want to ask?
No, I salah tekan, sorry.
Okay, tak apa. Okay, all right. So let's look at the coverage and the benefit. Okay, so one thing that you can see that if I put new here, meaning to say compared to our existing plan, this is a new changes. And if you see I put thumb up here, meaning to say this benefit, right, we are one of the best in the market. Okay, so easy for you to differentiate. If you see a new button, this is different from our existing plan. Okay, and the thumbs up meaning to say is the best in the market. We cannot say we are the top one, but we are one of the best compared to the market. We are the one of the best. All right. So let's look at the pre-hospitalization diagnosis test is within 90 days. Okay, and specialist consultation also 90 days prior to the admission, and pre-hospital medication and treatment 90 days. Why I put one thumbs up here? Because according to the market, some company dia bagi medication, some company dia bagi treatment, dia tak ada bagi dua-dua. No, okay, it's either one. Okay, and we are one of the company we provide both. Okay, and then the hospital physician visit is still 2 visits per day, and the post-hospitalization treatment within 150 days following discharge from the hospital. Mean to say, after they discharge, they allowed to claim for the treatment, the follow-up treatment up to 150 days. Okay, so the emergency accidental benefit still remain unchanged up to 30 days follow-up. Same goes to the dental treatment. All right, home nursing care up to maximum 180 days per lifetime. Day surgery, day care as charged. Kidney dialysis as charged. All right, Now, let's look at how come we got 4 thumbs up here. All right. So let's look at the first one. Okay. Outpatient cancer treatment for radiotherapy, chemotherapy. These are the 2 therapy that we covered in our previous medical card. With the new one, we actually offer targeted therapy, hormonal therapy, and immunotherapy. So these are the 3 new therapy that we cover for the cancer treatment and applicable for Plan 1, Plan 2, Plan 3, and Plan 4. Or just now I've forgotten to introduce. Plan 1 is, I think I just now I skip this slide. Okay, yeah, no wonder. How come I never mentioned about this? I skip this slide. So this hospital room and board, as you can see, no more day limit is no limit. Okay, we start from Plan 1, 150, 200, 300 to 500 for Plan 4. Okay, so the rest is the same lah. All right, so now let's look at here. Okay, so for Plan 1 to Plan 4 outpatient, we actually cover radiotherapy, chemotherapy, targeted therapy, hormonal therapy, and immunotherapy. Okay, so let's share about what is this therapy a little bit lah. So actually, what is this hormonal therapy? Hormonal therapy is actually the therapy mainly for those breast cancer, okay, prostate cancer, as well as related to hormone, okay, the cancer related to hormone. And usually this hormonal therapy is to delay the hormone changes, okay, to cater to for them to proceed with another treatment. So in between, they need to take some medicine for this hormonal therapy to delay the hormone. Okay, so usually last time, the old medical card, we doesn't cover this hormonal therapy, but with new one, we do cover, and this is as charged. Okay, and then the second one, the following one is dengue fever, and we also add in enteric fever for outpatient. Okay, but of course, if let's say client dengue fever or enteric fever masuk hospital, mesti ada claim lah. But this one is to claim for outpatient. If let's say clients did not admit to hospital, dia pergi klinik saja and balik rehat, then they can claim. What is this enteric fever? Enteric fever in the layman term, there is a virus will cause the patient diarrhea. Okay, diarrhea. Then they actually can diarrhea until fever. Okay, it's a kind of virus. They can cause the main symptom is diarrhea, and then when the diarrhea become very serious and cause fever, then they actually is called this enteric fever. Okay, and sometimes this kind of the illness, right, not required to admit the hospital, or because hospital sudah fully occupied. You all know last month dengue fever sampai tak cukup tempat nak admit. A lot of the hospital sudah penuh and they ask you to go home and rest. Okay, so at this point of time, the outpatient dengue fever, they allowed to claim, and also same goes to the enteric fever. Okay, so then let's look at the outpatient physiotherapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture. For Plan 1, we kept at 5,000 up to 5,000. Okay, and same goes to the rest of the plan up to 5,000. But if the customer purchase Plan 2 onwards, on top of the physiotherapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture, they also allowed to claim the chiropractic, homeopathy, and osteopathy. Okay, so these are the alternative treatment. Okay, alternative treatments that they allowed to claim. Okay, within 15 days from the discharge from the hospital. For this one is only for Plan 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, Plan 1 dia boleh claim sampai acupuncture saja. Okay, but when Plan 2, Plan 3, Plan 4, they can opt for another alternative, which is the chiropractic, homeopathy, and osteopathy. Okay. All right. So, Alvin, raise your hand again. Okay. So, cancer outpatient includes take-home drug. All right. Just now, sorry, I didn't check the things. Let me go into the explanation since you all asked. Yeah, hold on. I want to, how come? Okay. Let me go into the explanation. Okay, so the definition of the outpatient cancer treatments is the reimbursement for the therapy as an outpatient in the registered cancer treatment center. We will pay the reasonable customary charges for doctor consultation, related examination, laboratory diagnosis test, or any drugs prescribed under this benefit. Okay? Is it okay? Actually, we include consultation, examination, laboratory diagnostic test, and any drugs prescribed under this benefit. Okay?
Vivian, I help
Yes.
you to add on for the take-home drugs. Okay? If the customer is a cancer patient, okay, the take-home drugs, if let's say the take-home drugs is chemo kind of drugs, okay, we actually in our existing smart health cover also can claim, all right? But then some of the claim is not inclusive, is those like, let's say I'm taking for example, the customer did radiotherapy, okay, and then the doctor actually giving the customer some of the medicine like painkiller, okay, or fever, okay, those kind of medicine, okay, we will not be actually cover, all right? Or let's say the customer has just done the chemotherapy, okay, so there is some help the customer on stop the vomiting, okay, just in case, okay. It's not a compulsory medicine for the customer to take, but that one also not covered, okay. But other like related like oral kind of chemo medicine and also the take-home drugs, it is covered even though it is in the cover under the smart health cover, right? I pass back to you, Vivian.
Okay, thank you, Yoshiko. Yeah, because Yoshiko handle all this claim before, that's why she can explain the best one. Okay, so thank you, Yoshiko. All right, so let's go back. All right, so in case you all feel curious that want to know about some of the explanation, then do let me know, then I can actually share with you more. Otherwise, right, I will not go into detail because actually most of the thing is the same as our previous medical. Okay, so next let's look at the other benefit, which is the government hospital daily cash allowance. Okay, so surprisingly, I checked in the market, right? I checked the comparison. Most of the medical card, right, they don't cover the cash allowance for government hospital. This is actually in case clients tak boleh admit to private, dia kena halal pergi government hospital. So they can claim max 200 per day if they admit to government hospital. Okay, so and we actually standardize it to make it 200 for all across all the plan. Okay, and then the next one, lodger benefit. Previously, kita known as what already? The legal guardians. Okay, so meaning to say previously only if the life assured is child, ibu bapa take care, legal guardian take care, only you can claim. But with this lodger benefit, regardless itu life assured dia adult ke, children ke, orang tua ke, as long as someone required to take care of this life assured, then they can actually allow to claim. Okay, maybe I can enhance you with the definitions. Reimburse the actual expenses incurred for daily food and lodging for one person while accompanying the stay of life assured in the hospital. Okay, as you can see that we no longer applicable for child life assured saja. We apply to all age of the life assured. Okay, and then medical reports fee, we actually per disability is 200, okay, per disability. And the multifocal and intraocular lens, this one actually we have actually can claim for our previous smart health cover, but then we still have allowed to claim under this and as charged. In the industry, the other cap 6,000 lah, 12,000, but ours is as charged. And same goes to our organ transplant is also as charged. Okay, and the emergency medical evacuations and repatriation is up to 250,000. Okay, yeah, one thing that I want to share about this medical evacuation, right? So something new about this thing is, okay, we actually extend our definition from traveling domestically within Malaysia beyond 150 km away from the place of residence, or traveling outside Malaysia for a period not exceeding 90 days. Okay, so this is the new definition. Kita walaupun Malaysia, kita pun cover. Okay. All right. So let's go back the just now. Yes, Alex. The multifocal intraocular lens, we will actually reimburse a reasonable customary charge incurred for multifocal lens or intraocular lens for cataract surgery. Okay, as charged. Okay. All right, and then we also do provide the medical assistant device. Okay, what does it mean by this medical assistant device? But this is where you need to take note. Plan 1 tak ada, only starting from plan 2 onward, they can claim up to 20,000. Okay, so what is this medical assistant device? Let me show you the explanation. Okay. Yeah, the medical assistant device, previously you will see in the exclusion, we exclude pacemaker and so on. Okay, so now we have include this as our benefit under the medical assistant device benefit. We will reimburse for the reasonable and customary charges incurred for medically necessary use or acquisition for external, okay, the appliance such as the pacemaker, artificial limb, hearing aids, and so on. Okay, so these are the things that previously we will put under the exclusion, but now we actually include as our medical assistant benefit. Okay, so this only allows to claim from plan 2 onwards. Okay, plan 1 tak ada, only plan 2 onwards. Okay, and next, since we already here, so we don't go back to the slide first. We allow also claim for this genomic test for cancer. Apa ni genomic test of cancer? So once the customer sudah diagnosed cancer, okay, if let's say the life assured diagnosed with the cancer, so in order for the doctor to give advice, what are the best treatment to treat for his cancer? So they sometimes doctor will advise the customer, the patient, to perform this genomic test. Okay, so this genomic test, right, is to do a testing for the cancer to determine the treatment option upon diagnosis of the cancer. Okay, so now we allow the customer to claim, okay, under this genomic test cancer. But of course, if the customer belum diagnose test, dia hanya nak pergi test, dia akan dapat cancer tak? Itu tak akan. Okay, only this allowed to claim when after the customer life assured already diagnosed with cancer. They perform this test to identify what are the better treatment, okay, for them to treat the cancer. Then they are allowed to claim for this genomic test for cancer. Okay, so this genomic test for cancer, same plan 1, kita don't cover, but we starting from plan 2 onwards, we cover up to from 10,000 up to 25,000. Okay, and of course, the next step following with the second opinion. Okay, so this is also a new one for us to actually to claim for the second opinion, also allowed from the plan 2 onwards. Okay, so let's look at this. What is this mean? What does it mean? Yeah. All right. So this second opinion, second medical opinion, right, is allowed to reimburse and claim when, okay, the life assured obtain a second medical opinion. Okay, so when the life assured sudah masuk hospital, sekarang dia rasa dia nak cari second opinion. Okay, then they allowed to claim, or they recommended by the physicians to be hospitalized. Okay, doctor cakap, hey, you need to be hospitalized. Already cakap dia already advised they have to be hospitalized. Then if the life assured seek for second opinion, medical opinion, then they allowed to claim, or they are diagnosed with cancer or kidney failure. Diagnosed already, they want to look for a second doctor for the second medical opinion, then they allowed to claim for this benefit. Okay, so this is for the second medical opinion. All right, so from 2,000 to 5,000, from plan 2 up to plan 4. Okay, and then the next one is the inflation shield, 10% increase in the hospital room and board, and 10% increase in the annual limit for every 3 years, regardless the claim made or not. All right, so let us show you the example. Okay, this is the calculation. So without change of plan. Okay, let's say client purchased this plan at 1st January 2023, plan 4, 500. Annual limit is 5 million. 3 years later, the room and board will increase to 510, and the annual limit will increase to 5.5 million. And then another 3 years later, 520, 6 million. Another 3 years, 530, 6.5 million. And another 3 years, 540 and 7 million. Okay, so regardless customer sudah masuk hospital, keluar hospital, whatever, claim, tak claim, we will still increase according to the number of year. Okay, clear? All right, so this one, we will not assess whether they got claim or not. We will still increase the inflation shield accordingly every 3 years. All right. So then the last 3 benefit that we want to highlight is the deductible option, and also the annual limit and the lifetime limit we don't need to further explain, but we need to emphasize on this deductible option. So for plan 1, default kena ada 500 per year, meaning to say, if let's say customer purchase plan 1, it's automatically they have to go for this 500 deductible per year. Meaning to say, if client this year purchase the MediFirst, okay, from now until next policy anniversary, this is considered 1 year. Okay, so let's say customer admit hospital first time. Dia punya medical bill admission is 1,000. So the 500 they have to pay by themselves. The 500 they can reimburse. Let's say customer after 2 months later, within a year, after 2 months later, admit again. Do they still need to pay for the deductible? Is it the customer, the life assured need to pay for the deductible or not? If let's say within the same year. No. Yes, because 500 is for per year. Okay, so they have to pay for the first 500 sahaja. All right, good. All right, so for plan 2, plan 3, and plan 4, they can opt for 0 deductible, 5,000 or 10,000 per year with the retirement option. Okay, what does it mean by retirement option? Okay, so let me go into the explanation. So let's say for, yes?
I want to ask, if let's say for the plan 1, for the 500 per year, so if let's say the customer within the year didn't admit to the hospital, so he still need to pay for this 500?
No, only admission. Not actually not admission. The outpatient, all this will be under the deductible.
Also.
Yes, so they only need to pay every year the first 500.
Okay,
not like previously every admission,
every
right?
time.
So this one is per year.
Okay, understand. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So for the retirement option, so let's look at this retirement option. So this retirement option for customer who own plan 2 and above, if they choose to have deductible, they can opt for retirement option. Okay, what does it mean by opt for retirement option? Let's look at this scenario. Let's say John, age 35. purchase FWD WealthLink with the MediFirst plan with 5,000 deductible. Let's say John age 35, he is still working. Company other medical coverage untuk John. Okay, so John no need to worry if he admitted to hospital. So he opt for second medical card, personal punya. Okay, so anything happen to John, John can pay the medical bill with his company punya medical benefit first. Okay, only tak cukup, then they claim dia sendiri punya medical. Okay, so of course John need to working life from age 35 to 60. Selepas age 60 dia sudah retired, company punya benefit sudah tak ada, no longer applicable. Am I right? So if John opt for retirement option, when come to age 60, the deductible amount will be changed to zero deductible automatically without underwriting. Okay, meaning to say without underwriting, they will change to zero deductible. Okay, but of course, if John said age 60, I want to save my COI, I don't want to decrease, I don't want to change my deductible, I want to remain the same, they still can opt for maintain the current deductible, but then they will be automatically convert to zero deductible without further underwriting. So they only can opt for retirement option upon application. Dia tak boleh halfway and add in, tak boleh. Dia kena bila dia beli policy ini, beli rider ini, they have to opt in the retirement option and before age 59. Last entry age is 59. Okay, because age 60 is their retirement option kick-ins. All right, so this is the retirement option. All right, so Hanyan would like to ask whether we'll issue the GL for deductible. Okay, so for Hanyan, for this one, I'm not so sure. Maybe you can give me a proper scenario, then I will actually post to my claim department. Okay, you can share with me in more detail, then I can share with my claim department to ask them to explain further. Okay. All right. So this is the retirement of the deductible option. Anything still not so clear about this deductible option? So one thing that you need to remember, plan 1 is the mandatory 500 per year. Plan 2, 3, and 4, you can choose you want to zero deductible, 5,000 or 10,000 per year. Okay, and you also can opt for retirement options to convert your deductible to zero deductible upon age 60. Okay, so overall annual limit, plan 1 is 1 million, plan 2 1.5, plan 3 2.5, plan 4 is 5 million. Okay, and overall lifetime limit is no lifetime limit. Okay, so we have already covered all the medical coverage. All right, so let's look at the underwriting requirement. So as you can see that the life assured at this point of time, Sini is 30 days old, but no worry, because currently we tak sempat reduce to 14 days. But after we have already launched our phase 1, underwriting department will actually working to reduce the life assured entry age to 14 days. Okay, maybe you can see the improvement after 1 month later, okay, or maybe 1.5 months later, because this one we cannot guarantee lah. Actually, we will actually minimize our life assured entry age to 14 days later on. Okay. All right. So unknown user ask, unknown user, I cannot see your name. If not admitted to hospital, outpatient claim need to pay for deductible. Yes, the deductible applicable for in and outpatient. Okay. Change deductible to the age the deductible, the retirement option will kick in at age 60. Okay, at age 60, whether the customer still working or not working, will kick in at age 60. Okay.
Hello, Vivian.
Yes.
I want to know, how about for the co-payment? Is there any co-payment if let's say
No
upgrade
more already.
so
No,
customer
no
just only
co-payment.
need to pay for
the difference.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Okay. So for underwriting requirement, one thing that you need to take note, the occupation class 5 and high risk country will be excluded for this MediFirst. Okay. So we only accept the occupational class 1 to 4, class 5 will be excluded. Yeah. Okay. So waiting period 30 days from the risk commencement, unless the hospitalization is result as of the accident for specific illness will be 120 days. This is the common one that remain unchanged. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Yoshiko, because this one I'm not sure. I need to ask the claim department first. Yeah, the GL will be issued and let the customer to admit first, and each time the customer need to pay. Okay. So this one I need to clarify with claim department in term on the claim. All right. And okay, so why just now? Okay, just now, right? Why we talk about the retirement option? Let's look at this deductible option, right? If let's say customer purchase this money first, they opt for deductible option. Halfway they want to change the deductible. Okay, if let's say they want to change of deductible, then it's applicable for the them to change. If they want to change for the higher deductible from 5,000 to 10,000, no worry, no underwriting required because customer company punya risk lower. Betul tak? Okay, but if they want to change to a lower deductible from 10,000 become 5,000, definitely we need to go through the underwriting department requirement. Okay, but then if they already opt for retirement option at age 60, we will convert from deductible to zero deductible with no underwriting required. Okay, so this is the deductible option. All right. So, and one more thing that for you all to take note here is, in our company, so far, we only allow customer to own 2 medical cards. Okay, 2 medical cards. Okay, at the same time, 2 medical cards at the same time. In case clients want to buy the third one, then they have to perform takeover. Okay, take over one of the existing. Okay. Yes, Jackson, 500 deductible is not available for plan 2 and 4. Plan 2 and 4 is start from 5,000 and 10,000. Okay, 500 is only for plan 1 only. Okay. All right. So so the exclusion still remain unchanged. The medical exclusion will still remain unchanged, like the pre-existing illness, the war, self-injury, ionizing radiations, and airline participation in any form of the aviation. Okay, so this one will still remain unchanged, the exclusion for the medical rider. Okay, so as you can see that the treatment cost and the equipment, we have reduced some of the thing we put under the medical under the benefit, but we still remains some of the treatment we will still put under the exclusion. Okay, so as you can see that the alternative treatment other than the physiotherapy, this is where we cover. But when the customer want to go for the reflexology, bone setting, herbalist treatment, and so on, aroma treatment, this one excluded. Okay. Alternative medicine like traditional medicine is also excluded. Contact lens also excluded. Okay, and so on. All right. Hanyan, for takeover, right? Yeah, Hui already answered the claim. You already read yourself, because I need to continue. Okay. All right. So let's look at our WealthLink. Our target market is a young adult, young couple, and young family, and growth family. Okay. Let's just take a look on the sample quote. Okay, this is a sample quote that we quote for Peter and Jane based on their age 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, with the basic sum assured 200,000 and medical first plan 200 with zero deductible and coverage up to 70 years old. Okay, so with the class 1 non-smoker, 100% allocated at the investment dividend fund. As you can see that this is the entry age, this is the annual premium that required in order to get this benefit. Okay, so this is just for your reference. All right, you can adjust the premium accordingly when you generate illustration. This is just for you to take as a reference. As you can see that overall, female is cheaper compared to male. Female is cheaper compared to male. All right, and then let's look at the comprehensive coverage. if we go for young adult, okay, so this package, right, we make it a very comprehensive package with the basic sum assured 200 ringgit, plan 2 0 deductible, CI intention 200,000, PA plan A 200,000, living extra 4,800. This is the WOP. So with this all in coverage with the young graduate age 25, 400 premium, okay, monthly premium for this benefit. Of course, if you can customize according to the customer budget, then adjust the protection accordingly. Okay. And for the young family, if let's say they want to go for same coverage, but then when the age is 35, instead of 400 per month, they have to pay for 590 per month to obtain the 200,000 sum assured. Plan 2, CI intention 200,000 and PA plan A 200,000. So the premium will be 590. Okay, so that is the comprehensive coverage sample quote for you all to take a reference. Okay, so yeah, just now Hanyan asked, is it any waiting period between takeover? Because currently we still don't have any confirmed information about the takeover, but once the management have already decided how the takeover will be take on, then we will share with you on more information. Currently we still don't have any information. Okay, yeah, Terence, PA 200,000 need to yes, they still need to subject to the income, subject to the income. Okay, because the PA plan A, there is a weekly indemnity, right? So they have to still subject to the PA income, the income. Okay. All right. So Go Secure, let's take a very quick one, the Go Secure and Go Secure refresher. This is to fulfill the requirement. So let's take a look. The Go Secure and Go Secure Plus. Go Secure, we cover debt, TPD, and surrender benefit, where Go Secure Plus, on top of these three, we also cover the CI benefit. Okay. So for the rider can be attached, Go Secure, we can attach cash booster, living extra, and payor enhance, where the Go Secure Plus, we only can attach cash booster and the payor benefit. Okay, and the cash booster only can applicable for the basic plan with the policy term 15 years and above. Anything less than 15 is not, we cannot attach the cash booster. Okay, so how does this, for this plan, I think I've got one slide missing already. Just hold on. Just hold on. Oh, I know. Sorry, I accidentally, moved the slide. All right. So optional rider for the cash booster payout upon maturity. If the life assured attach the cash booster, so basically at the maturity, if no death or TPD happen, 100% of the rider sum assured will be payable in one lump sum. Okay, so the rider sum assured will be payable in one lump sum upon maturity. If let's say in between policy year, life assured pass away. Okay, on top of the basic sum assured, they will receive. Okay, they will receive the sum assured. They also will be received the cash booster total premium paid or the cash booster cash value, whichever higher. Okay, which means life assured family member will receive the basic sum assured plus the total premium paid for the rider. Okay, minimum. All right, and if let's say they upon termination of the basic plan, in what circumstances we consider as a termination before the maturity, is either they claim for the CI, or at the end of the grace period, no payment, meaning you say the customer policy is lapsed, okay, or cancel the policy or surrender the policy. Then when the policy is terminated, the rider also will be terminated, right? So they will refund the cash value of the rider. Okay, so meaning to say, if you refer to cash value of the rider, meaning meaning to say they will receive less than what they have paid. Okay. All right. And then for the next birthday, sorry, I think this one I have to change. Actually, it's the nearest birthday. Forgot to change here. It's the nearest birthday. Just let me to change. Sorry, so next birthday. So this is for the next birthday. So entry age we have changed to next birthday. So basically, life assured, actually no longer 14 days. When you key in the date of birth, right, it's eventually become 1 year old. Okay, so the maximum is 65. Policy owner 16 years and above. Okay, basic sum assured is 30,000 minimum, maximum subject to underwriting. Okay, cash booster rider they can opt for 50% or 100%. Okay. And then the policy term, they can offer 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, or full term. Okay. And then this is the coverage term. Coverage term, they can offer 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, or up to a stated age 70, 75, and 80 years old. Okay. So any questions, Q&A? Let me, while y'all have any questions? Unfortunately, what is the first medical belongs to other company? Okay.
I think Morgana is
Yeah,
raising the
we have
hand.
to. Yes.
Vivian?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Puneeswaran. Okay, just now the wealth link, the minimum.
Cannot hear you.
Hello?
Yes.
The wealth link, minimum submission, how much?
Yes, yes. I'm listening. But your line is a little bit not that good, I think I cannot hear you very clearly.
Minimum premium.
Okay, come. I cannot hear. Is this my line problem or your line problem? Okay. Okay, never mind. You all take your time to ask questions. Let me proceed to the training attendance. Just in case someone already need to leave the meeting. So let me share the link in the chat box. Yeah. You all have any question you all can ask. No worry. I just want to share the attendance. No, the assessment link for you all to do the assessment. Okay. So one information that I want to share here is please complete your assessment before 6. Okay, before 6 o'clock. Yeah.
Vivian.
Okay, please complete the training assessment by 6 p.m. so that we can update your record into the system. You will be able to see the SI as soon as possible. Anyone who only complete the sales assessment after 6, we will only update your records tomorrow morning before 9. Okay, we will cut off at 6 o'clock. All right. So can you complete the attendance, assessment and the attendance together, everything in together. Okay. Yes. Anyone want to ask question?
The agent code there, you need to put AA or A only.
You all can put the new one lah. If you all know your new agent code, eventually your agent code is your existing agent code plus one more A. Okay. Yeah, you just put AA and your number.
Vivian,
Okay.
in future we all using the AA lah. We all start with using AA. Okay lah. Thanks.
Vivian.
Yes.
Carol.
Yes, I cannot hear.
Can you hear me or not?
Can
you
again? Yeah, can. Now can.
Okay, I want to ask for the takeover, you still haven't get back, you still haven't get any confirmation, is it?
Yes, we still haven't received any confirmation from the management team. Yeah,
Okay.
they haven't finished discussion.
Okay, just now you said the clients can have 2 medical cards, and then if he got 2 medical cards, only one can take
Sorry,
over.
the line very broken. Yes, I can. Can you repeat again? Because I cannot hear you very clear.
The customer,
Maybe I
can
turn off
have
my
maximum-
camera and see the line better or not.
Okay.
Yes.
The customer can have maximum 2 medical card, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then one medical card can be can take over by a new plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The takeover, you have to come back to us because if the customer existing medical plan is on plan one, whatever deductible or whatever plan previously we sell, now of course we try to upgrade the medical plan to a new one or take over whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the most important thing is some of the customer might get the policy only this year or maybe end of last year or whatsoever. And then
Mhm.
our concern is on the MOP and ROC.
Yep, yep. I think this
Okay.
is where the
You
actually
have to come back to us very fast because we are going to Hong Kong and then our sales have to come in before we go Hong Kong.
okay.
Okay, and then we don't want to drag all those things until we come back from Hong Kong. It's end of the month, and then October, all the agent without any sales, then it's a very big problem for our final spring crossing.
Okay. I think we need to bring this thing to management because currently I think they are still discuss about the takeover because actually one of the tedious parts is the ROP treatments lah. So therefore they actually keep delay on this thing, but no worry, we will actually go and we will chat with them to get back to you all as soon as possible.
No, because
Okay.
you know what happened? The old plan is totally discontinued and we start all over a new one, you know. And then this training is supposed to get it done before the new one come out. You see, now you started in October and the old plan we can't sell anymore. This is a very big problem to us, you know. Problem lah. Because the plan
Yeah, I
is totally discontinued.
Yes, I do understand because actually we also keep asking about this takeover, but we haven't received any final confirmation from them. We actually highlighted already. Yeah.
And for your confirmation and all this sort of thing, please ask them to get back to us fast.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Vivian. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so yeah, for everyone, right? Please complete the assessment, okay, as soon as possible. Of course, if you want the Mandarin session ke, Bahasa session ke, whatever session, we will see you in the branch. So we have arranged sessions together with our CAO and CEO roadshow. So we will visit the branch, Cebu, KK, Penang, Ipoh, and JB branch in the next week. And the next week, we'll be seeing you in a branch. So we will actually have a face-to-face sessions on in the Cebu, KK, and Penang, and Ipoh, and JB. But of course, for sure, we will still have our ongoing virtual sessions to cater. If you're still not sure, you can actually attend our virtual session to enhance your understanding about the product. Okay. All right. So if you need any help on the training assessment, please don't feel hesitate to raise the question. I believe that my question is very simple. So please I will stay online then to assist you all to complete the assessment. So once you have completed assessment, you can leave the meeting so that I know that you all have already completed. Okay.
Hi Vivian, can I know, do you have any Chinese session for this product?
Yes.
Have any Chinese session for the new product launching? For today's session, is there any Chinese session?
Chinese session?
Yeah.
So far I will only go Cebu. Okay, never mind. If you all want the Chinese session, right, we can arrange, but most likely will be next week, virtual session. Is it okay?
Virtual session next week. Okay.
After I finish my roadshow, because I will be because this week we will be occupied with the final sprint, so we don't want to arrange any extra session. Then we will actually do a session somewhere in next week in between. When if I'm not traveling, then I will share it out. Okay.
Okay, can.
Okay.
And then one more, just now you got mentioned that about having the 2 medical card, is it?
If let's say now customer already own 2 medical card within our company, okay, within our company, if they want to own they want to purchase new MediFirst, they have to do a takeover from the existing one. They only can own maximum 2 medical plan within the same company, within our company.
Okay, so if let's say the customer only have 1 medical card with us, and then he want to purchase for the MediFirst, so it can take for another medical card, is it? Oh, okay,
Yes.
can. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, you all can continue to do the assessment. So in case you all have any question, please feel free to ask. Yeah. So I will stay online.
Vivian, regarding the deductible just now kan, let's say they the client choose 5,000 or 10,000 per year deductible. Okay, that one per year, it doesn't mean 5,000 divided by 12 or 10,000 divided by 12. It's not like that,
No.
right?
Yeah, actually depends on
depending
kalau dia
on
first
amount of the bill lah.
Yes, let's say their first time admit, let's say their deductible is 10,000. Okay, the first time they admit pada day year 1, for example. So dia punya medical bill is 3,000. Dia kena bayar 3,000 itu. Then dia punya deductible tinggal 7,000. Understand or not? Yeah. So once the deductible already finished, the 10,000, then the subsequently will be paid. So therefore, when the customer dia ada medical card sudah dengan company dia, existing company, the working dia punya company, working company, so they can opt for this deductible so that they can save their COI, but then they claim their first medical bill with their existing company punya medical coverage. But then you need to take the retirement option lah. So bila dia punya dia sudah tak ada kerja pada age 60, then they can convert to 0 deductible. Okay. But if let's say if you ask me, right, if the customer budget boleh, dia punya budget no constraint, you don't go for deductible lah, because susah nak kira sikit.
Betul. Yeah, and then susah nak explain juga if that customer very particular, right?
Unless the customer really got budget constraint, then you can actually go for this deductible option. Okay.
All right, sure. Okay, thank you, Vivian.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, actually I saw many of you fail the exam. Please redo if you fail. Okay, must pass the exam baru you can finish your assessment. Yeah. Okay. So please redo if you fail the assessment.
Vivian.
Yes.
Can we have the slide?
The slide, once we have sign off, we will actually share out. Currently, we're still pending with some sign off. Yes. Yeah. Because everything is very rushing. So we still pending. Too many things need to sign off. Okay. So no worry, we will share it out within this week.
I already submit the assessment. So yes. I can do the quotation tonight, is it? Once my smart tool, I already submit the assessment, which means can put in the product tonight lah for me to do the quotation. Is it? Oh, okay.
Cannot hear you clearly. Again?
Oh, I already submit the assessment. So once you guys pick up, so can put in the product inside my Smart 2.0.
I breaking, I cannot hear you very clearly. Yeah.
Hello, Vivian. I'm help Alex
yes.
to ask his question. So if let's say today, currently now we are finishing for the assessment. So can we quote the quotation using the Smart 2.0?
Sorry, I still cannot hear you all clearly. The line breaking, I don't know what happened.
Vivian, I think it's your line because we can
Yes.
hear all clearly.
But I cannot hear, I don't know why. Maybe it's the internet. Very,
Yeah. We can hear you
Yeah.
clearly, and also we can hear the participant clearly.
Okay.
If you all don't mind, maybe you can type inside the
Chat
chat
box,
lah. Yeah, because some is asking whether they can get the slide or not, and also
Yes.
if they have done the assessment, whether they can actually really do the code tonight or not.
Yes, we actually, as long as you completed your assessment by today before 6 o'clock, we will update the training record into the system. Okay. Once we cut out at 6, we will update the training as a record in the system. So if everything goes smoothly, you will be able to see the sales illustration at tonight. Okay. But if you completed the assessment after 6, then for sure you will only see the sales illustration tomorrow. Okay. So for the training slide, we will actually get, once everything has been signed off, we will share this training deck most latest by end of this week. Okay, we target to send out by within these 2 days to share with all of you within these 2 days, including the Smart 2.0 and eIris deck. Everything we want to send it out within these 2 days. So no worry, we will share it out as soon as possible. Just that we want to ensure all the information, everything has been signed off, then we only will share out. Okay. Yes. Yeah, because you all haven't complete the assessment and training, we cannot key in. So you have to we have to key in the training assessment. No worry, we will try to key in, maybe most likely by 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. you will be able to see the sales illustration. Who is this? Yes, Alvin, the MediFirst will be our only medical card. Okay, no, but no other option. Only these are the only one and only option. Okay. No worry, actually the COI, the cost of insurance from our the new MediFirst, right? The COI is not it's very competitive. If we compare with the existing in the market, right? Our COI is still very competitive. So you all can try yourself to do the sales illustration, and you all know later on. Okay. So we still have 138 on the line. You all have completed your assessment or not? Okay. Yes, if you all fail the assessment, you feel that very struggle, some of the question don't know how to answer, please, you feel free to ask, I can help you to do a cheat sheet a little bit. Okay. Any product Malaysia working overseas, example those working in the okay. Okay, so if let's say, all right, so for Alvin, if you want to sell to the products to Malaysia working overseas, okay, one thing that you need to take note is all the contract must be signed in Malaysia. So meaning to say your clients have to balik Malaysia, apply the application. But for medical card and the PA plan, all this kind of protection, right? We do have 90 days clause, meaning to say if the clients travel overseas more than 90 days, never return to Malaysia, we will not cover. But if let's say customer fly over to Singapore, okay, he come back every day or come back every weekend, yes, the coverage is applicable. But when they seek for treatment overseas, right, they have to pay and claim. Okay, yeah, they have to pay and claim if let's say it's a medical card and within 90 days. Okay, so within 90 days they must travel back to Malaysia, then only the coverage will be effective. Okay. Yeah, any standalone.
Hello.
Yes.
What is the minimum irregular top up premium?
啊，什么什么
他那边问哈，What is the
minimum regular top up?
minimum regular top up？一样一样
irregular
一样一 ，it's the same 啊。
And Vivian,
Oh, I think they
Yes.
are referring to the question irregular top up.
100.
Irregular top up is the same. It's the same practice. No changes.
oh okay
Mm.
Hey,
Asking
go
for
secure
magic,
minimum sum
magic.
assured 30,000, is it?
Minimum
Yeah,
is
30,000.
100 irregular
30.
single top up, right?
100 single.
Yeah.
Vivian, go secure
Yes.
minimum sum assured is 30,000,
30,000 minimum sum assured 30. 30.
Okay, thanks.
Mm. Okay.
这样子，
Yes.
比如说我现在我们的 assessment 做好了是吧？我6点过后我就能够打 quotation 还是什么？
你应该是要等到6点半7点啦，因为我那边要整理了过后要 upload 需要一点时间OK， 所以应该是大概 target 是7点这样子啦，6点半7点这样子。
这样我们这个 iLife 全部是没有了噻哈，是啊，然后
不能用了的，对，
不能用，
我们要重新出发 OK
因为我们那个它的那个 apps 拿来洗掉了，还是什么？
什么？
应该要拿来 delete 掉哈。
你 delete 掉delete 掉可以 delete 掉。
而且 delete 掉，如果我的东西，比如说我的卡莱因的东西还有在吗？
这样子你因为我不知道他们会disable 这个 app 在几时 disable， 他们有一天他们就是你们不可以 log in 了的，你可以可能暂时你可以不用 delete 掉，你让它保持，可是你有一天你就是进不到了的。
哦，明白，谢谢。谢谢。
Okay, I can see that almost 100 of you already completed the assessment. So still have 70 of you still working on the assessment. All right. Okay, so if you have done, you can leave the meeting so that I know that how many of you already done the assessment. So see you all in the branch, okay, and see you all in the next virtual session. So if we have arranged another language session, we will update you all soon. All right. Okay, I forgot. Just since some of you still on the line, let me do some promotion here. Okay, so we have this training challenge. Okay, this training challenge is for you to complete your mandatory training. Okay, the mandatory training. So today, I believe that all of you will complete this WealthLink and WealthLink Pro and Go Protect, Go Secure a product assessment. You have completed this one. So you have to just need to complete the ACT and the 5 hours. If you have yet to done so, please complete before 5th October. Then you will be getting an exclusive the Canva bag from us. So you can claim from us the CFE at the Big Bang Final Sprint. At all, when we visit the branch, you can claim from us. Okay. If you're not sure whether you have done the assessment for ACT and 5 hours BSc or not, you can let me know or check with your RD-BDM. Then we will actually update, advise you whether you have done or not. So once you have completed all these things, and you can come and claim the Canva back from us. Okay, so this is actually want to help you all to quickly complete your training requirement before November. All right. So, okay, so this is something that I want to share with you all. All right. Okay, if you all have anything, please don't please call me, then I can help. So I will off my camera and my mic first for me to do some other things. All right.